You know, they just came out of the sudden. I was about to start bumping into my stuff.
So are you Jewish maybe?
And didn't happen to move my stuff out of the way. I'm like, why are you trying to start a confrontation with me? You know, my stuff was positioned closer to the child. It just came out of the sudden. There's enough space everywhere else. You know, I just understand a black American was saying, get the fuck out of here earlier. And soon, people trying to bump into me. And my phone, I was recording it. All of a sudden, the phone's not recording anymore. Today, somebody, as I was having a problem with the Hot 97, you know, a guy I bought the phone from said his name is DJ. You know, I was playing music, love music, and said, you know, play, you know, and I bought the phone from him. He said I was going to connect it to the internet. I didn't connect to the internet. So I'm trying to see if it has a link with some black Americans on Hot 97, Ibro in the morning show that may be making mockery of him as an African on the street. They lured me to call their radio show in the past. Say they love Africa. If anybody has a problem, I need money, you should call. So I've been calling their radio show and they wouldn't answer my call, but they will answer black Americans calling until another radio station said, you know, he always, black also, he said he always checks the name of the callers before he answers the phone call. And I noticed he will, you know, always answer. You know, when I try to call into that radio show, also wouldn't answer. But when somebody called in and the name sounds black American, he will answer. He will say, you know, he knows people's names before he answers the phone because he always checks their caller ID. I know a lot of radio stations in America. Also, when I call in, they won't put me on air. They tell me to wait, and they'll just tell me they can't put me on air. You know, I have an accent and stuff. So the black American radio station, Ibro in the morning, it's just like they've been doing all kinds of jokes with me. You know, during the COVID, I was out on the street. A guy just raped me in the Bronx, threw me out with the police, even though they say you can't evict somebody during COVID. And he said he is connected with the police, he has gun and stuff. And beat me up, and I called the police. The police told me, I have to go. If he says I have to go, I have to go. And I told them, you can't evict me during COVID. You know, because Como had a rule in place in 2020 that you can't evict people from their home during COVID. And they all kicked me out with the police and him kicked me out. You know, so I was in train stations, on the train, telling people a guy raped me in the Bronx and kicked me out. I said, people should help me call the black radio stations because the police wouldn't help me either. You know, so I guess a lot of people were calling the black radio stations up. So all of a sudden, when I listen to the radio stations and I call them also, or Ibro in the mornings, I say, you know, if you're home, if you need help, call us. We'll put you on radio. We'll give you money and stuff. So that's our own way of giving back. So I was calling this radio station and they won't answer the phone. The phone just keep ringing and stuff. You know, so So I didn't know what I was about. So I would go online to look for their office number and leave them voicemail. And they won't respond. I would tell them, look, I don't have a personal phone because the Boost Mobile I was using then cut me off also. Not even I was paying my phone bill, they cut me off. You know, and I'll be like, this was close to 2021, you know, you know, also. So so I'll call them, leave them messages on their office phone, you know, in their radio station. I said, look, I try to call you on your live show, but y'all don't pick up. It just rings. You know, show gives a busy tone, or just none of you will pick up. So it's like, you know, I'm an African stuck on the street. My mother died, and everything, you know, and I don't have my ID with me, so I could use some help. I'm on the street. And since you guys always say you love Africa on your radio show, and you even play African music, all of a sudden, American stations weren't playing African music. All of a sudden, you know, they started playing African music. As you know, as the NYPD killed my friend Erigana while he was helping me. Erigana was helping me, and they killed him. You know, so I used to inform the lawyers that Erigana was trying to help him when they killed him, and the lawyers would hang up the phone on me, wouldn't want to help me. So and all of a sudden, they started playing. As soon as Erigana got killed, American radio stations started playing African music, especially from Nigeria. So I was like, oh, maybe this is their way of showing support, that they know what is going on, that my friend was killed. So I felt, you know, they were trying. No, you know, it was just a gimmick. You know, it was just a gimmick, or it was a cover up. Because when I call all these black American radio stations, a lot of them here in New York City, I would hope they would know who I am, but I always explain that, you know, I'm the late Rico Warner's friend, you know, and my friend was killed while he was trying to help me, and I've been on the street. The NYPD took my home. My mother was also killed. Her daughter's family, this one. So I would at least hope, if you're playing Nigerian music, all of you radio hosts, I love you, Black American radio hosts. You at least show sympathy to me because you invited us this Nigerian artist. As soon as Ghana got killed, that's when they started doing that. I was like, okay, maybe their way of showing support to me, and they wouldn't even bother to respond back to me, whether I'm lying or whether I'm telling the truth. But I know this radio station, Hot 97, they start saying they love Africa, and they start telling the listeners they have any problem money-wise support. So I will call them up, leave them messages on their voicemail, and they won't respond back to me, but they will put in Black Americans on the radio, and they will giving them money. All the radio stations put Black Americans on the radio and giving them money. So I'm like, okay, why am I being isolated? And do they really care about Africans, or is it just a gimmick to them? So let me on all of a sudden onto this guy, Ebro, in the morning started saying, he wants to have threesome with his listener and whatever. Okay, and I've been noticing, all this stuff they say on their radio show, they love Africa and all that, and it's always about talking about sex and threesome and whatever. Okay, and having babies and stuff. Okay, I was like, okay, I don't really understand where this is going, but I know I used to appeal to people on the train. I should have called the Black American radio host. I let them know there's an African, there's a Ugandan friend, and this justice. And just like you put Black Americans, whether it's the George Floyd family, on the radio, whether it's the Ugandan family, you put them on the radio. I said, can you also put me on the radio? And they canceled me as an African. I wasn't welcome on their radio. But they'll start playing Nigerian music after they're gonna die. I'm like, what's all this game? So you don't really like Africans? You're just pretending, So it's like a huge cover. So in case any bad thing happens to me, they can often in ignorance and say, oh, we really love Africans because, we could have helped that African if we knew who they were. They were just using my life as a social experiment, and it's like they want bad thing to happen to me, and then they will just happen that you use that for their own good, and be like, wow, this NYPD is so terrible. Look how they abuse this African, and look what happens to this African, and we wish we knew this African. But we just didn't know that. And they just wanted to use the bad thing that happens to me for their own benefit. And you don't sacrifice somebody. And I sacrifice somebody. I went to the Target store yesterday, and they always play funny music while I'm there, when I'm using the bathroom. And yesterday they were just playing Sacrifice. It was from a white artist. They always play funny music when I'm using the bathroom. And I've been noticing my life is like, they're just trying to use me as a sacrifice to help better Black American life. Because when Diallo was killed, it helped expose police brutality in America against Black Americans. They say it was a Black American that the police wanted to arrest. But when Diallo was killed, the whole world marched for Diallo. So they saw, anytime an African is killed, and the whole, it garners more attention. So it's like they're just setting me up and priming me up to be harmed. And they're just, and they're just tricking me to think I have their support and leaving me in danger. They'll be playing all this Nigerian music, inviting all these Nigerian artists to their radio shows in New York City. And especially when George Floyd died, they'll invite the family member of George Floyd. And I'm like, I have a story to tell also. My mother's daughters killed my mother here in New York City, Bellevue Film Mental Illness Owner. My friend Agwana was choked dead when I was trying to help him with court papers in 2014. My home also was set on fire, and the fire department wouldn't help me stop the fire in 2014. And I had evidence against the NYPD. Close to where they killed Eric Garner, my home was set on fire. It's like, so there was all the city agencies of New York City agencies ganging up to to abuse me some more. I had evidence against the NYPD stored in a building. On Canal Street. It was 219 Canal Street. And even the Standard Advance said the Nigerian landlord that owns that house was shady. It was called doing insurance fraud. He didn't properly register that building. That building he registered it as a wrong. It registered it as a shipping business when it was really a dance club. Because you needed a special permission to open a dance club. So you open up the building as the first floor as a shipping business, but using it as a party. Because they say, I think you need a special license to open up a nightclub, because the music equipment there could lead to fire. So they have to come inspect your building for fire hazards, to see the electrical stuff is well connected. So they won't give you a nightclub license. Say he played a game on the city, when they said they suspected that his musical equipment was what started the fire. And went and collected insurance money. Say, well, it wasn't a music nightclub, it was a shipping company. Because the city would have never approved it for a nightclub. They don't really approve nightclubs like that, especially because there are people living upstairs. So anytime they're playing that music, I won't be able to sleep at night. I'll have to leave the house. It was 200 canal, so standing in advance, did a report about it. And I called the fire department, I told them to investigate, they wouldn't investigate. So now I'm expressing all kinds of stuff. Earlier, and I noticed some Jewish people started coming here. I think one of the hosts on the radio, his name is Peter Ibrahim, is Jewish. I always saw this, some Jewish people started wanting to bump into me. I don't know if they have any relation to the Jewish guy. I'm not trying to stereotype his race. You know, and I had to tell them, can you not, bump into my bag, because I've noticed a lot of people trying to bump into my bag. I don't know, I don't know why they're doing that to make it look like my bag is dirty and infected them with something, because I just don't know. Because the next time, please tell me, excuse me, so I can move my bag out of the because my bag was positioned really forward. You know, I don't know if they're trying to say, because they say luggages could carry all kinds of dirt. So I don't know why they're trying to bump into my bag. They're trying to extort me, because that's the latest thing. People try to bump into my bag, to push their baby stroller to bump into my bag. So I don't know if they're trying to claim my bag is dirty or something and it's infecting them with any stuff. I have a spray, I spray, anti-bug spray, I spray all over my bag and stuff. You know, just like people, put their wares on the floor, people pick it up, at least I don't leave my stuff on the floor, I always leave it on top of something. So this is what is going on, whereby, and I noticed, so this phone I'm holding in my hand became water damage as I was getting attacked at Standard Ferry. An African security guard said, was harassing me, so I can't bring my phone into the ferry station. Say, I'm likely to be using my phone in the bathroom. So they always harass me, when I try to use the bathroom. I said, don't you harass me, sir. Why do you mean I can't bring my phone into the trains, into the subway station, into the Standard Ferry? Because since this Governor Oko, they say she's xenophobic also, and Giovanni Williams says so like a high-ranking official like her. He didn't state her name, said a high-ranking state official is inciting hate attack against homeless foreigners. So they try, and this Governor Oko recently said she wants phones taken away from kids in school. And I used to go to a Nigerian church, and the pastor used to say, life is a school. So anytime I try to go to the Standard Ferry, they try to take my phone from me, because it contains a lot of evidence against this Governor Oko. I always post videos against her on Twitter. And they can take my phone from me, they say I'm causing problem with my phone, then I wouldn't have a phone to be posting stuff against her on Twitter. So she's running New York as a dictatorship. So our latest message was they should be taking phones from kids in schools. It was like it's a coded message, because they say criminals do that even in prison. The gang members, they talk in code. They will be talking on the phone and on the prison phone saying they want somebody to bring them candy. And so you got the candy, bring it. And the law enforcement already know that means drugs or a weapon. So they will do an extra inspection when that prisoner has that guest coming in to come see them. Most likely they'll find that the candy they're referring to is cocaine or something. So it's like she's a lawyer, Governor Oko, and a child works for the FBI as a lawyer also. So as a lawyer, I'm sure you have experience dealing with crimes and stuff. So it's like she's talking in codes and she supports the NYPD, and she's saying that she wants the police to be taking phones from kids in school, because they have the police manning the schools. And since this NYPD has been trying to steal my phone from me, the security guy will also be saying they don't want no phones at the ferry, they don't want no phone. But every time they attack my ferry, I always report. And because you have a phone on you, and you're trying to, record people. So when I go to the bathroom, also in the hallway, they're trying to bump into and I tell them to stop as soon as I report them. I said, you don't have immunity to commit crime anyway. You don't have, so they're trying to set me up to involve me in a ruckus as an immigrant and just claim. I said, this is how they kill people in prison. So once you've been diagnosed as mentally ill in prison, so they'll just find your fellow prisoner to beat you to death. So in 2019, the NYPD, in trying to harm me, they sent a guy to be rubbing his hand on me on Bay Bridge and 4th Avenue on July 2019 as Trump was doing the immigration outbreak in New York. And I told the guy to stop it, but the guy would just come out of nowhere, would be rubbing his hand on me, and the police camera was recording. So the guy was touching me in front of the police camera. I told him to stop it. He was touching me in a sexual harassment matter. And so they left. Then the NYPD came. They said some guy called them and said, I was fighting with somebody. I said, yeah, a guy came and was touching me in a sexually inappropriate manner. I said, the police camera was recorded. I said, anytime I call 911, you police don't help me file a report. I said, that's why I didn't call 911. And before I could finish talking, they knocked me on the floor and started choking me. And bystanders appear was recording it. So it was just a setup. And they went dragged me to psych ward and got me misdiagnosed with all kinds of mental illness. They said once they diagnose you as mentally ill, in US, New York prison, you're not safe. They will get some other prisoner to beat you to death and claim you were crazy and you were fighting everybody. So you're mental. So now they have black Americans just jump out of nowhere to punch me in Brooklyn anywhere. And since this radio station Hot 97, he brought in the money. Since he said he wants to be doing threesome with his listeners and be talking about making babies and stuff. Even one of the hosts, his name is Peter. On my birthday, he said he's getting married on my birthday, July 8th. I'm like, why are they giving me all these love advances on Hot 97? I'm the later Regardless friend. Like, what is going on? And I'm okay, this is getting creepy and creepier. And they tell me they love Africa. He brought in the morning show. They said they love Africa. And I said, the Jewish guy said he's getting married on July 8th on my birthday. Okay. I'm like, okay, this is getting creepier. I said, we're talking about making babies and stuff. And I heard, if you're worth a lot of money, before you die, if somebody claims they're married to you, they get to inherit all the money. I said, why did, and I used to watch crime shows in America. It can get bizarre like that. It can get real bizarre like that. If you're worth money, you could get set up. There was a lady, she used to pick homeless people on the street, take them home, marry them, kill them, and get insurance money off of them. And she was going from city to city to city, from state to state, picking up homeless on the street. She had a gang. And one day, and she would give the homeless a cow fluid. My mother said she suspected Adora Bolanle must have been using cow fluid on her. Or so, or some poison. Because my mother would be getting sicker and sicker every time she visited Bolanle in Pennsylvania. And she came to New York and she had a heart attack. And the daughter followed her to New York and told them to lock her up in the psych ward. And she was getting treated for heart attack in the hospital. And the daughter said she doesn't want to know autopsy. So it's getting more bizarre and bizarre and bizarre. So this radio station, Hot 97, they would start saying, they love Africa. And one of their hosts, Peter, got married on July 8th. That's my birthday. I'm like, okay, am I involved in a love triangle now? Am I married to all the Hot 97 hosts? Why are they trying to claim? Well, they say when they kill you like that, they can claim anything. Are they going to claim I'm married to all the Hot 97 hosts? And we have a secret cult going on? So, so when my phone was having difficulties, but was water damage. The phone I'm holding in my hand was water damage. So I went to Brooklyn. I always go to Brooklyn. And a guy sold me this phone. He said he works for assurance. And since then, I bought a memory card. And I'll try to show. Because the phone only has 16 gigabytes internal memory. So, so I went to buy an external memory, which has 64 gigabytes. But now, so what is happening now is my videos won't save into the external memory. And when I try to save it to the internal memory, it's telling me the internal memory is full. And I format my memory card to save my videos into the external memory, but it was working. And since yesterday, when I turn my phone on, my phone wouldn't turn on for like 5 minutes. It just stays, the Windows can stay stuck. I believe they were hacking into my phone. They reconfigured my phone. So now they hack into my phone. My phone wouldn't save any videos. So it's like they want to drop me again and make sure I don't have any evidence. And just make it look like I'm just making allegations against people. And it's like they also believe if they can kill me, then my mother's daughters will be able to pay them money. Because I'm witness to them killing my mother, Bolani and Flora, and feigning mental illness on her to kill her for life insurance policy fraud. And when they lock up my mother, in the cycle. Sometimes when I'm talking like that, people come and recording around me. I don't understand why. It's like, they said they call that in America, trying to bump into someone's video crashing or whatever. So I don't know, So there's a specific term they use to describe it. Bumping into someone's video. So I don't know them like that. So It's just all kinds of distraction. Like, am I the only person in the world? So, some Jewish people came around me and was trying to bump into my stuff. I had to move my stuff out of them. I said, next time, please excuse me. I apologize. Sorry. You know, so I think it's called video bomb you when you're recording your video. They just try to make an appearance like that. So the next time they can claim, you were slandering them, So I just don't understand all this hostility. So I was a little distracted. I tried to note everything down because now I'm getting punched, and I'm suspecting this radio station Hot 97 may be behind the latest stuff. Because I was noticing this Hot 97 guy. He brought them up, so we're all family now. Let us all work together. It was just to send things out of the blue. Like, is he on drugs? Like, what does it mean? So I don't know if it's a relaying message to my mother's daughters. I don't know if they listen to the show from Pennsylvania. Because they say an American rapper is arrested, said he was sending messages to his gang members, Young Thug in Atlanta. So this is really opening my eye. They say, gangsters and the criminals do that. They send messages through whatever way. They say criminals in prison also do that. They say when they're talking on the phone, they always intercept their phone call in prison. And they might be telling their fellow gangsters bring candy into the prison. The law enforcement knows candy may mean drugs, may mean weapon, may mean, so they will do extra search and they will find the drug. And this Governor Okol also, she's been saying take the phones from the kids. And this time has been trying to take my phone at the ferry also. I'm getting jumped at the ferry also. So this is just getting more and more bizarre. So I'm thinking maybe they want to kill me and make it look like they send the street dogs to attack me, beat me up, and make it look like I was just suffering mental illness, and I didn't like Black Americans, and I was fighting with Black Americans, and I got accidentally killed. And it's like this Hot 97 guys want to taunt me so I can post video online saying I believe this Hot 97 is after me to kill me. And there'll be no proof that they even know me. So they'll be like, this person's just slandering us. We don't know this person. This person just hates Black Americans, and is slandering us. We don't know them. Like, why would we be after them to kill them? So, so my mother, they're hoping that maybe my mother's daughters, Valanley and Flora, will just issue money for my asset because I may be worth billions of dollars. Because since I've been in New York City since 2000, the immigration arrested me wrongfully. Even though I had a green card stamp in my passport, they arrested me. They said, and put me in jail, immigration prison wrongfully. Then when I got out of immigration jail, I was living with my mother. In 2010, the police came and removed us wrongfully also. And Uganda was helping us to call papers, they took Uganda. Then my mother's daughters killed my mother in Bellevue. So there's like, and some of you walk by and say, you're so lucky. And, how is that luck? I'm experiencing tragedies in America. So I may be worth billions of dollars. For 24 years I've been in New York, it's one tragedy to another. So they say, if they kill somebody like that, they can just get the feds and the city of New York to issue money that this person died a tragic life. And this may be the reason why this Hot 97 and saying we're all family and stuff. I say, so people can claim you're married to them. There's a special court going on that only you and them know about. And, I said, they're looking for any ways to maybe steal money from me. And if that doesn't work, they can, I said they're also trying to lure me to post videos online while I'm alive, accusing them of trying to kill me. So in case I'm killed, they can claim they had nothing to do with that. They didn't know nothing about that. Or even get me put in a psych ward somewhere. And move me out of the country. And then get my mother's daughters to issue their money. That this person was so mentally ill, was thinking everybody was out to kill them, and really, who cares about them? So we're just going to issue money to this radio station and apologize. Because I say, if you're going to save money in American banks, it's over $10,000. The feds would like to know where the money comes from. And I'll be telling whistleblowers, if anything happens to me, they need to investigate, file a lawsuit on my behalf. So I think this radio station may be intentionally taunting me to post messages online. Maybe they don't necessarily want to kill me. They just want to get me locked up in a psych ward. And they believe by taunting me, because this Eric Adams said he's ready to start arresting homeless on the street and put them in psych ward. He said the plane has now landed. As soon as I got to America in 2000, the immigration said I'm an inadmissible alien. Even I had a green card in my passport. So it means I'm not allowed to land in America. They were going to send me back. As an inadmissible alien. So I'm not admissible. So I think this Eric Adams, the Black American mayor, is making a joke, and he said now the plane has landed. He says a pilot also. I told the immigration I wanted to be a pilot in America. I was a teenager. I had a green card stamp in my passport. My mother had a green card. So my mother brought me in 2000, and I was arrested at JFK. And they said I was inadmissible because I didn't have the proper valid visa. Even though I had a green card stamp in my passport, so I was put in immigration prison. And they abused the minorities like that. My mother couldn't help me. She tried to get a lawyer that would help me. But sooner or later, we found a lawyer, and I was out of prison, but I still had to be going back to complete my deportation case. So, and the case lingered on and on from 2000 to 2008. My mother was having high blood pressure. She's now killed by her daughters for insurance fraud. And I had a green card all along, but U.S. immigration just abused me. My mother had a high blood pressure and eventually died, when her daughter abused her while she was in the hospital. So I had a very sorry life. For 24 years, I've been living in New York City. It's tragedy upon tragedy, and I'm out on the street. So now I'm having all these love advances, and they say manipulative people do that. When they see somebody is worth money and is all alone, they will shower the person with love. Say, I love you, let's get married. A guy took me to his home also in the Bronx. So he said he wants to marry me immediately. I'm like, no, sorry, this is really creepy. I don't marry people like that. I don't even know you. And within a few days, they punched me and kicked me out of his house because I wouldn't marry. I said, why are you in a hurry to marry me? I don't even know you. And it seems like, I'm worth a lot of money because for 24 years, as an immigrant, I've suffered. My mother was killed. My mother had a green card. I had a green card, but immigration arrested me in JFK 24 years ago. I couldn't get a lawyer to help me with that case. So that case lingered for 8 years. I couldn't go to college because I didn't qualify for financial aid. My mother was working as a homemaker, earning $4, $6 an hour. And she helped me pay for college. I was in an expensive college, $5,000 a semester, St. Francis College. So my mother would be paying for my college tuition. And she had a heart attack when I was in college, and the school kicked me out. I got a 4.0 GPA. The school said they couldn't give me a scholarship because I was an illegal alien. So I went from getting 4.0 GPA, 3.9 GPA, like 4.0. I was straight A student to, not having no school to go to, just staying at home with my mother. So now it's come out, I was abused, I was wrongfully denied immigration status and stuff. And now there's a radio host on Hot 97. Because I've been talking to people on the street. They should help me call out the radio stations in America that have a story to tell. I'm on the street. I've been abused for 24 years. My mother is dead. My friend I regard, I was trying to help him with my court papers. The NYPD went and choked him dead. And they didn't let me testify in court. So I was telling people on the street, on the train, to help me call all the radio stations in America. Here in New York. That I need to be on the radio, I need to be on TV. Then after that, I know this radio station, Hot 97. I'm from Africa. Their radio host, Ebro in the morning, would start saying he loves Africa. I started playing African music and stuff. I said if anybody's having problems, they should call him up, he'll give them money. So I would call his radio show and he wouldn't answer. I was like, okay, why is he giving fake promises? And then all kinds of weird stuff. Then my birthday is July 8th. One of his radio hosts got married in July 8th also. This is getting creepy. Why are they choosing my birthday to get married? And they don't help me with money, but they will tell me if any of the listener has a problem, they should call, they'll give the listener money. And when I call them, they won't answer the phone. I'm like, okay, are they, what kind of game are they playing? So it seems that they may be playing many games to make it look like I'm a homeless foreigner. I'm obsessed with them, and I'm slandering their image. I don't have any proof. And there's somebody that's been sending Black Americans to punch me and beat me up. So I'm thinking they want to beat me up and have me arrested, put in the psych ward. This is how my mother's daughter killed my mother. She was homeless and she had a heart problem, and she went to the hospital and they told the doctor to lock her up in the psych ward, that she's homeless and she's crazy. And my mother wasn't crazy, so the hospital was trying to force her into the psych ward at Bellevue. So my mother didn't want to go to psych ward and she died in the process. So I think they're trying to repeat that process on me. So I sued the Bellevue Hospital immediately after that. No lawyer in America will help me. So I believe that this radio station believe, okay, let's mess this immigrant up. Let's be taunting these immigrants, get these immigrants angry because they don't always post videos online. So, so they want me to be posting videos online. I think this radio station is about to kill me. They're sending people to beat me up, punch me in my face. So eventually they hope to get me locked up in the psych ward. But this Eric Adams, a black American, he said he wants all the homeless to be removed from the street and put in the psych ward. And once they put you in the psych ward as an immigrant, they can just get the doctor to say, this person is no longer safe in America. It believes the Americans don't like them and it's getting into fights. We have to move this person out of America for their safety. Even though they have a green card, but for your safety, we need to move this person. And they know my mother's daughters would agree with that, because they killed my mother that way and got the insurance money, which may be worth millions of dollars. My mother was saying she thinks her daughters were into insurance fraud. They were born in America. My mother was born in Nigeria. And they killed her, got away with it. So I believe that the next scheme is to kill me that way also. So this radio station, Hot 97, April in the morning, it's been saying it loves Africans. It says if people anybody that's having difficulties should call in, it will help them with money. And when I call, it wouldn't help me with money. So I think it's playing that game to be like, it doesn't know me, it doesn't help me with money, So if anything happens to me, it has nothing to do with it. Because, so anytime I call this radio station, it wouldn't answer the phone. They wouldn't answer me, and he keeps saying he loves the Africans. So I know anytime I'm angry like that, I'll post videos online. That I believe some people's playing games with me. And they want me to post videos online. So eventually they want me to be locked up in a psych ward. They keep sending people to punch me up. And this Eric Adams says if any homeless is involved in violence, we're going to lock them up in a psych ward. That is homeless, we're tired of seeing them on the street. So that they're getting me involved in violence. Anywhere I'm sitting. Yesterday, on July 3rd, I was sitting in Brooklyn on a chair like this. My eyes was closed. I woke up, boom, bam, some black Americans were punching me in my face. Boom, bam, boom, bam. And I had to call the police, and the police brought an ambulance. I told the 911 dispatcher, I said, I don't want an ambulance. They kept asking, do you need an ambulance? He said, you were punched in the face. I said, I don't want an ambulance. And they brought an ambulance. And the police was taunting me. He said, how do you know you were punched? I said, he said, your eyes was closed, you were sleeping. I said, I felt the pain, and I saw people still following me, running after me, trying to punch me some more. I said, that's no proof that they were punching you. How do we know it's them that punched you? I said, I don't have to, under the law, since you want to be technical, police officer, there's circumstantial evidence. You don't have to see somebody committing a crime. If there's a dead body on the floor, O.J. Simpson, they didn't see him kill his wife, but due to the history of hostility, they're still arrested. You have probable cause to arrest somebody. I was sleeping quite alright, and I woke up to punches, and these black Americans were chasing me, trying to punch me some more. That's enough proof to arrest them. And they were chasing, the police camera was showing they were chasing me, and they were taunting me, and I was running, and the police said, we can't believe you. And they were telling the paramedic to enter my name into the paramedic system to see if I have mental illness. I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. I told you I don't want no paramedic. I said, a black American was killed in Denver, Colorado. He was coming home from work and somebody called 911 on him, said he looked crazy, he's wearing a winter jacket in the summer. I'm wearing a winter jacket in the summer also. I said, I said it's because he had anemia. It wasn't even summer then. It was 2019 November. But it was a hot day. So I wear a winter jacket in the summer also. Elijah McClain was the name of the black American. Because I saved all my evidence on my jacket pocket. When they arrest me like that and take me to the psych ward, they leave all my property behind, and I've lost so much property like that and evidence. So I always save my important evidence in my jacket pocket. I wear my jacket all year round. Like I said, without evidence, no case. So I believe this radio station, to cut the long story short, I believe this radio station may be into some scheme, and they're devising so many schemes. And since I'm not falling for any of the scheme, they believe, okay, why don't we just make it look like this person's obsessed about us, get this person to post videos online, mentioning our name, and then we cannot accuse them of slander. Either way, whether the person survives or not,
we can sue the hell out of this person. So you were slandering us. So we were trying to kill you, and now you're still alive. We didn't kill you. So we can win money. And even if we and it keeps telling people to punch me, and even if this person ends up in the psych ward and get some doctors to deport them out of America, you know, say this person's mental health is no longer conducive to being in America. They think everybody in America is after them. Radio stations after them. They're seeing invisible people punch them. This is what I'm trying to make it look like. Even when I get punched on a police camera, the police refuse to give me a police report. Say it doesn't sound credible. I said, just put in a police report. Otherwise, you're going to be investigated for covering up a crime. Why are you trying to make me look like I'm crazy? As I woke up, I was getting punched. And the police camera was all over downtown Brooklyn. I didn't even mention the part of the radio station. Was saying, earlier that day. I didn't even listen to the radio station that day, earlier that day, but I played their radio show online. They have an archive podcast. They always, record it for people that missed the show. And I was saying, they were saying there's going to be Mexicans saying hello. And those Mexicans came around me. I was sitting down, and they came around me. And they were saying hello, like using like my mother's voice. My mother used to say hello like that. And then a black American woman came and sat next to me. I was on the back of America, and she was playing a song so fresh and so quickly. The next thing I fell asleep, and I woke up with punches on my face at 10 p.m. Around at 10 p.m., I normally go to Target store. And I've been noticing, some of this radio station has been stalking me. Because sometimes I've been noticing people trying to bump into me. I don't know who was sending and those people to bump into me. And also, because it's like they're just trying to find ways to stalk me. Whoever is sending people to bump into me. Trying to bump into me and stuff. Because they can say you're homeless and your luggage is infected. And when they bump into you, it affected them also. I always have a box spray on all my stuff. But if I'm not allowed to defend myself, that could be a way to extort me. So I believe this radio station will be trying to hurt me and get me deported because, claim my, and they know my mother's daughters will be interested in something like that. Because I'm a witness to them killing my mother. And they feel they can just lock me up in the psych ward. And they can all, they feel my mother's daughters will be able to lie and say, this person's mental health is not safe in America. They're fighting everybody on the street, and could you help us, and I already contacted the Nigerian embassy, so they could just try to ship me out of the country based on mental illness. And I'm a transgender, I'm not safe in Nigeria, and I'm not safe in other countries. My mother has family member in London, but a family member wouldn't help me. My mother reached out to them when we were homeless. And my mother said I shouldn't contact a family member if she ever gets killed. I should be contacting strangers. And my father has family members in London, also England somewhere. But my father was abusive to me, so I don't trust his family. So please, I need the international community to look into this. No black American mayor like Eric Adams or black American radio show should be taunting me like this. And it's getting more severe, and it seems I'm in for some extortion. So, when the phone I'm holding right now is like water damage, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. That's when I went and got this new phone. I'm normally in the Fulton area. All of a sudden, I noticed these guys, they set up a shop on the sidewalk. They were selling phones. I was in shock. I was like, kid, that's what I need. I was like, hey, we got you. And he said his name is DJ. And he was playing love songs. It's like this Hot 97 staff, Ibro, they're hacking to my phone. So I recorded that my phone is water damaged. Some days ago, I'm trying to get a new phone. I recorded that. And lo and behold, where I normally hang out at, these guys came over there. This DJ guy said they're not selling phones over there. I said, how come I've never seen you guys here before? It's like, I said, I've never seen you on Fulton. It's like, yeah, we're normally on Livingston, but we decided to move here today. I'm like, just when I needed a phone, that's when you moved in. I was like, wow, you must be godsend. And he told me his name is DJ. Is that your real name? I was like, yeah, that's what it goes by, DJ. And I was playing love songs, and he sold me the phone for $20. Said he was going to connect it to the internet, even though I don't have an ID. I'm like, because all my ID has been stolen. He said he knows how to do it. but I have to pay him $20 to do it. So that's what they told him is assurance wireless. I'm like, this is strange. I said, I've never really heard about. I know this. I've been trying to get all this. They call them Obama phones, but they always tell me I have to have an ID, and I have to have food stamp. So I was like, I said, no. I said, now they changed the procedure that for $20 they can bypass the ID system is DJ. I was fully lured. And since then, I listened to the Alt 97 radio show, and they're saying, love is in the air and stuff. They're promoting love, 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 love. And when I called this guy also be playing love songs and tell me, don't worry, got me, got me. Then I went to check back on him, and his colleague said, it's not around, he just left as soon as I was coming. And they were playing love song also, and they had a black American with the American passport. And he was saying he was late, was looking to have sex with somebody. And I was like, okay, what is this? Am I being primed? Am I being primed to be sexually trafficked? I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for assistance to go to court. Now, and since I'm rejecting the love advances, and that's on Fulton Street, on July 3rd, 10 p.m., some black Americans came and started punching me. Boom, boom, boom. I think they see, I have all the evidence that could get them in trouble. And that was what the punches was about. So I guess they're running out of measures, and now they are on self-defense. They're just trying to get me killed or locked up in the psych ward before I embarrass them further. And they believe, if they can get me in the psych ward, because the police will steal all my evidence from me. When they take it to the psych ward, they'll put your handcuff and leave all your stuff behind. And even they can even get the psych ward to take all my clothing and go throw it in the garbage. Say my clothing was garbage. And all my phones, I have a lot of phones I've saved. So I won't have any proof. And destroy evidence. Say no pick, no case. So that's how the rule is in America. So this station could deny that they never met you, but have no proof. I was just mentally ill. And I was slandering them and get money either way, whether I'm alive or dead, or whether I'm deported or not. And they believe that my mother's daughters would be so happy, to have me harmed, because I'm witness to the killing my mother. And they can just, because this Eric Adams say he's a pilot and he has landed the plane. So, it's been said all along, he's going to land the plane soon. And now some days ago, he said he's landed the plane. And what he means by that is he has passed the city budget. And he's been taught to me also as a black American. And, and since some black Americans are always jealous of Africans. Because all the problems I've had is maybe worth billions of dollars. So I guess that's where the jealousy comes from. Because the immigration arrested me. My friend Arugana was killed while he was trying to help me after the police took my home. And my mother was killed in Bellevue Hospital. And for the past 24 years, I've been problems. So I'm experiencing all kinds of, violent threats. People spitting around me and stuff. Anywhere I'm at. Those Mexicans also came around me on July 24th. I was punched. And they were laying on the floor on top of each other, rolling on the floor, and they were saying hello, hello. Like my mother used to say hello to people like that. So they were making fun of my mother's accent. And the radio station at 97, earlier in the day, also the radio station, they were saying Mexicans and hello. So they're making fun of my dead mother and stuff. Because I've been refusing a love advance. Even one of their radio hosts, Peter, got married on July. July 8th is my birthday. Got married on July. So I don't know if they're trying to fake it like we're all in a sex cult. This guy, Ebro, says is into threesome with his listeners. So I don't think, and so I'm so much in danger. Even the NYPD always accost me in the bathroom, trying to hurt me. And some people have been saying, boom, boom. When they see me, they say, boom, boom. Shot. Taser. I heard a kid, a black male in Albany with a taser, during COVID, around 2020. And the Letitia James, the black American attorney general, it was a black American male that killed her. She took the case to court and lost. The court said, if the police feel somebody is mentally ill and causing trouble, the police can taser them to death in New York. She lost the case, the attorney general. So since then, when I go to the bathroom, the police will try to accost me in the bathroom. So I don't know if there's word on the street, and there's this rap also playing the song, they're not like us, they're not like us. So I don't know what's going on with the Black American music and the radios and those things I'm experiencing. I did ask that I wanted help. I'm an African. My mother was killed, and I'm experiencing hostility from the Black American community. My friend Arugana was trying to help me, was choked dead also. So now that the Alt 97 guy, Ebro, in the morning, as he's saying he wants to have threesomes with his listener, his co-host got married on July 8th. So I don't want to be killed, and people come and say they want to claim money, that I'm in the secret sex cults with them, and I'm married to all of them, in the radio station or on the Ebro show, and I kept it a secret because I believe in my life DL as a LGBT person, and they were also DL, and you never know what the courts can rule, especially as I'm a foreigner, that's been suing the NYPD and as a last nail in the coffin if I'm killed. And they could just legalize it. They said there's now all kinds of things called polygamy stuff now, that's not been legalized here in America, which is against the law. Polygamy is against the law, federal law. But who knows what the courts can rule? So I don't want to be in the middle of this imbroglio or whatever, of this rancors, of all this, I don't even know the right English term, of this attempted extortion, if I could, So this is what's going on. So my phone is being hacked. My phone camera is disabled, so I can't store stuff in this phone. And this other phone I'm holding is water damage. It doesn't record stuff, without, being, so they're disabling me from being able to get evidence out there. So this is what is going on. So this has to be investigated. I need the people to file abuse corpses in case anything happens to me. If I'm locked up in a psych ward somewhere. So it's like this is Out 97, they're sending people to beat me up. They said they do this in prison. Once they label you as crazy, the NYPD put me in the psych ward in 2019 after they choked me. So once they label you as crazy, they can beat you up anywhere. And they will all lie. The police and everybody else will all lie that you were crazy, you were causing problems. That's why they beat you up real good. And then they can get a doctor to ship me out of America and claim America is no longer safe for me. I spent so much tragedy in America. And my mother will be so proud to be able to be part of another scheme, to win money. And they may even have life insurance policy on it. So, so please, LGBT groups, civil rights groups, whether you're Black American or not, please don't let this tragedy happen again. I've lost so much. My mother killed, my friend Uganda killed, immigration arrested me, the police taking my home. Please, I'm a vulnerable immigrant. Please, in case anything happens to me, file an abuse corpses in the petition in federal court here in America and any country I'm removed to. I have a green card. Please go there also, file petition in the courts. Because this is like they're trying to use it for sex trafficking. Because all these people that are giving me love advances, and on this radio show also they're saying they're into making children and stuff. And they say, if someone is killed, if you claim you have a child with them, you'll be getting child support for 21 years. So they may want to sexual traffic me. So in case I'm removed to another country under the guise of I'm mentally ill, please, I need you civil rights groups to go to that country also, file a court case. Because my mother, before she died, she has family in London. So I'm thinking that they're trying to deport me to England. I'm not British, but that's where my mother has family at. So they may be trying to deport me to England by faking mental illness for me. I'm a crazy immigrant. I can't stay in the United States anymore. Because I experienced so much tragedy. My mother was killed here in America. My friend was killed in America. So they're trying to deport me to London. Even though I'm not from London, I don't know anybody there. Because my mother has family there. So please, if you have to go to London also to fight with the British court, this is weird. I heard a lot of crazy stories like this. There was a lady that said she used to kill homeless on the street. She would befriend them, take them home, marry them, and feed them cat fluid. And kill them. And she would have already filed a life insurance policy on them. And get the money and move to another city and do it. Until the police noticed that this woman has been marrying homeless people and they've been dying within a year and she's getting money. So I'm a homeless on the street I believe my life is in danger. My mother was telling my daughters that were born here were trying to kill her, and they got her killed. She had a heart disease. She went to Bellevue Hospital to get treated. The daughters went there, told the hospital to lock her up in the psych ward. They were just trying to get my mother angry. So and they forced my mother to the psych ward, and during the process of taking her to the psych ward, my mother died of, they overpowered her. So this is what is going on. So please, world, don't give up on me. Help me trace this. I believe your NYPD is so corrupt and your mayor is so corrupt. And he was saying, he was going to land the plane soon. He's a pilot. I used to tell the immigration I want to be a pilot. And it's been taught to me, I say it's the new Esther, so my mother's name is Esther. I believe he may just be jealous. Because I've been reaching out to him also. He said he wants homeless people to reach out to him. He wants to help homeless off the street. And Black Americans that reach out to him, he put them in a hotel, they're vacated like me. And I've been reaching out to him also. He wouldn't help me. I'll tell him I'm in Nigerian vacation. I want him to help me. I wouldn't help me. So I believe he may be setting me up also so he can go put a slander lawsuit. And in case anything harm happens to me and claim I'm slandering his image, because he said people that are talking bad about him, he's also going to fight back. So I believe, he may be conspiring with some Black Americans on Hot 97. And they think they can harm me and get money. And they may be into so many schemes and hurting me will be profitable to them. So under federal law, to show a conspiracy, you don't have to have evidence that these people were talking to each other. Even though there's proof, they may be talking to each other through the radio. Because, there's a rapper now, Young Thug, I don't know his name, in Atlanta. He was a successful rapper. They plays music all over the world, I think. I've not traveled anywhere for 24 years now. But I'm thinking if he's successful in America, they plays music all over the world. And he shoots music videos, he looks rich. But I said he was using his music videos to communicate with gang members. And in some of his lyrics, the federal prosecutor was like quoted messages. So I believe this mayor, Eric Adams, he used to be in prison also for gang-related stuff. And he got out of prison, went to college, and now he's mayor. So he says he's really brilliant. So I believe he may be sending coded messages to NYPD gangs and Black American gangs. Because he said he was going to land the plane soon and was going to let people. Now, some days ago, he said he's landed the plane. And I used to be in deportation proceedings for 8 years. At that time, I was ruled an inadmissible alien. And what that means was the law considered me as an arriving alien, but I'm not admitted. So I'm still in the air. And, I was in deportation. They were going to send me back. That's what the law regarded me as. So at this Eric Adams says a pilot and he's going to land the plane soon. And even with a green card doesn't stop them from deporting you through any means. They deport people with green card all the time. All the cops accuse you of is they are into violence or whatever. Or you're obstructing police and they can still deport you. So anytime I try to use the bathroom, they'll bring the police and they'll kick me out. So, so they're looking for me to deport me, really. Whether by the police or whether lying on me that I'm mentally ill. So I believe this is part of their final rules, getting Black Americans to be punching me anywhere I go. So look, I'm mentally ill and just get me deported by putting me in a psych ward. And, making claims that, look, I've been making claims that everybody's after me, the mayor's after me, Black Americans are after me, and there's no proof. They don't see anybody after me. So I may be imagining this stuff. So I think that's how they want to deport me. They deport a lot of immigrants like that. They claim you're mentally ill. So I try to save a lot of evidence. And I'm also noticing my phone is being acting too. And, and this guy called himself DJ. And I believe the Hot 97, Ibro in the morning, they were alluding to this. That there's the same lovings in the hair. And the guy had like a Jamaican accent. And they were, saying, and they were rapping like Jamaica and stuff. I'll be playing love music anytime I see him. Anytime I go to his office, they'll be playing love music on the side, on the right side of the road. And I told him, I never used to see you. How come this is my first time I see you when I need a phone and you're selling phone? And he told me they used to be on Livingston. But all of a sudden decided to come there today. The day I met him. I needed a phone and you're in my way. I'm like, wow, God must be so good. And someone was going to connect me to the internet for $20 if I don't have an ID. I took the $20 from me. I've been stalling me, having me call him. And when I go into where I found him out on Fulton, they tell me I just left. His colleagues will tell him. It's like they're trying to make it look like, I'm also into whatever game they're playing. So in case I'm killed, they may claim I'm in a love triangle and I'm married to all of them or whatever they're trying to claim. Or they could claim I'm slandering all of them. They don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. And my mother, and it's because they say, it's like they're hoping my mother's daughter will pay them money from any money I win in the future. Because I mean, if you want billions of dollars, because I've been suffering government abuse of power. I was roughly arrested by immigration in 2000. The NYPD took my home in 2010, kicked my mother out. Eric Garner was helping us, took him dead. And my mother's daughter killed my mother in the government hospital in Bellevue, in Fannie Mae International in 2015. So I mean, if you're worth billions of dollars, so I said, when you're worth money like that, you're on the street, you're sitting duck. So all kinds of criminal schemes, you know, and especially this Art 97 guy saying he's into love triangle with his listeners. I don't know why he's putting out in the air like that. I'm very afraid for my life. Somebody's sending people to jump me and punch me, and it's like making love advances to me on the radio stuff, say they love Africa, and stuff. So I think they're just putting it out there, so in case I get hurt or killed or something, maybe they can all come and make claims for money. I claim, you always put out on the radio that he's into love triangle with his listeners, and there was a particular listener that was into love triangle with him. I don't know this guy. I don't know any of them, but I'm getting punched in the face, and whatever representative they have, this guy may be their representative. He plays love song, and when I was buying my phone, I was like, okay, and then the next time I went there, a black American guy had a passport. He brought his passport out, and he also said he was ready to have sex. So I was waiting for this DJ to come and help. So the assurance violence, they shouldn't be involved in criminality, and it's like sex trafficking. And nobody will help me. While the evidence keep piling on. So right now they're hacking into my phone, so I can't record anything with this phone. It's been disabled. The other phone I have right now, it's been disabled. This phone I have, it's been disabled. My SD card is not working. They said my SD card has been formatted as internal storage, but the external storage is not reflecting that. The external storage is still showing it's used up. So they hack into my phone to block me from recording from this phone, this assurance wireless phone. And the one I'm holding in my hand also is water damage, doesn't record good. So this is like a real extortion going on. And when there's smoke, there's fire. Even if Eric Adams said when there's smoke, there's no fire. Why would they be hacking into my phone? Even though these people claim they're not the ones doing it, but whoever criminal is doing it, seems to want to help these people. Because this Eric Adams says it's landed the plane already. And if an immigrant, I was in deportation proceedings, they call it removal proceedings. They charge me as an inadmissible alien. So that means under the law in America, I wasn't even considered to be in America. Because if you're not admitted, the only people considered to be in America are people admitted or parole. So when I got into America, and even after I got paroled out of prison, they still said parole is not admission. So that was the big argument, and they stalled my case for 8 years. They said, if you don't come with a visa, you're not admitted. And if you don't win asylum, you're not admitted. So the immigration wouldn't give me a green card for 8 years. Even though I came with a green card already, they claim I didn't come with anything, and I'm not admitted or parole. So they weren't going to let me get with a green card. They stalled me for 8 years until the court ruled that parole is considered an admission also. And also there was a special law, 245I, that says people that came into America in 2000 can get a green card here. So even though the law allows me to be here, I think this Eric Adams is insinuating that they can use their legal loophole as the police can deport you as an immigrant. Even if I have a green card, all they have to do is you're crazy and lock you up in a psych ward. And the doctor can just claim, they're diagnosing you with mental trauma. You lost your mother in America, your friend was killed in America, and you're afraid now everybody in America is about to kill you. You need to be moved away from America. So that's the legal loophole. Because the immigration law wouldn't let them deport me. So they want to use this Al-Qaeda, that's what it means, is going to land the plane, regardless of what the court says. Because the court has said people that are paroled in America, immigrants that are paroled can get their green card here. So I already have my green card. But I believe this Eric Adams believes he's black American, and he always claims he's so slick. He said he knows how to fuck crackers up. They have a recording of him online. He said when he was a police officer, was boasting. He said he's so slick and smooth. He's a real smooth operator kind of guy. So I think he's trying to win street cred. Even the FBI is investigating him. That's getting money from foreign donors like Turkey and China. They've already raided his worker's house, his assistant, a black American female. They raided the house in Crown Heights, and as soon as they raided the house of his assistant in Crown Heights, I tried to use the bathroom in Target. A black American police wanted to follow me to the bathroom. I was acting very hostile, and it was taunting me. And some black police were trying to taunt me in Target. You know, so I believe it's issuing coded messages. This is Eric Adams. Oh yeah, there's so much noise. That's what I go through. I get photographed like this. I always get photographed like this. Bear with me. If you're watching my video, bear with me. No distraction. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I always get photographed. I can't record nothing without distraction. You know, bear with me if you're watching my video. Bear with me. I'm going to start talking again about what I was talking about. I hope I don't forget. Bear with me. I have to deal with so much. I always get photobombed like that. I think that's what it's called. When you're recording something and people make appearances, whether deliberate or not, it's still called a photobomb. Okay. So I believe this Eric Adams, by saying the plane has landed, he thinks it's so smooth. He thinks it's a smooth operator. You know, by saying the plane is landed, he might be inferring into legalese. You know, because under the immigration law, the U.S. immigration position was, if an immigrant didn't come here with a visa, they're not admitted, they can't get a green card here. You know, and they have to be deported to get, you know, they said parole is an admission. That was the legal immigration question, and the court has now ruled that you can still get a green card if you're parole. And also, I qualified for amnesty law in 2000 called 245I. That law waives all ground, any ground of inadmissibility based on not being admitted, based on not having a visa. But the immigration took a stance that that 245 law doesn't cover people like me, arriving aliens, they call us, that because we weren't already in the country, we were arrested at the airport. So we didn't really get to the country. Where we were arrested at is called a border. Even though it's American territory, but you know, if you're arrested at the border, you didn't really make it to America. So you don't qualify for any amnesty. The American laws don't apply to you. You're still considered an outsider. You know, so that was the immigration argument that kept me stalled for 8 years. I couldn't get a green card. And so even though you're in America, but if you got arrested at the airport, technically immigration, prison, and airport is like outside of America. So the laws here don't apply to you. You're not under legal admission. So that was the argument the immigration was making. That if you're arrested at the airport, technically you're not in America, because the airport, you know, is considered outside of America. You're just still trying to get in. That the laws only apply to people that already came into the country, already stayed in the country. So any amnesty law didn't apply to me. But the court threw out the argument that's nonsense. So once you're in America, whether in the airport or whatever, the laws in America apply to you. So this Eric Adams, I think, is trying to obstruct justice because the NYPD has their own power and saying he wants homeless to be arrested and put in psych ward. And it wouldn't help each time I contact him. We would have black Americans that contact him, we put them in a hotel. Even they said his son, he was living in a hotel for homeless. It has specialized hotels for homeless, 5-star hotel for homeless. They said his son ranked raked up $30,000 bill. Why his son would do that, I don't know. You know, why his son would choose to go to live in a hotel for homeless. So they have really nice hotels for homeless, and the legal aid suit the city of New York that if somebody's vacant like me and my mother, they should put us in a nice hotel and be given us. And this Eric Adam wouldn't help me. It's like he's using it as a legal experiment, and he's been giving coded messages. It's under FBI investigation, and I'm sure they must have found evidence he uses coded messages. They said they took all his phone from him to find out his coded messages. So the latest message is saying is it's a pilot and it's going to land the plane. So I believe he's trying to use the power of the NYPD to bypass the American courts. They say people like me, once we are paroled into America, the American laws apply to us. So I'm rightfully in America. But he's trying to use the power of the NYPD to declare me crazy. And on compassionate ground, have the doctor said, get a family member to remove me from America. And say, this person's too crazy to be in America. As experienced so much tragedy. And it's still a deportation, whether they deport you, medical deportation or whatever. So I'm not safe in England, even though my mother has family in England. Our family wouldn't help my mother when she was homeless. And she told me not to contact her family in England or anywhere. So all our families wouldn't help her. So my mother told me if she ever dies, I should be contacting strangers. And my father has family in England also. But my father abuses, so I don't trust his family. And I was abused in Nigeria, so I'm not safe in Nigeria either. I'm also transsexual. So please, the legal community, please take up my case. This is getting weird that some black Americans are attacking me also because they believe as an African I could win billions of dollars. Because I've been abused for 24 years of torture. So I believe this may be the incentive why some of these black Americans in high places are attracted to me, not necessarily physically attracted to me. They're just jealous that I could win billions of dollars and they're trying to mess me up. And even maybe get the money for themselves. And that's why they would make, they don't want to have any real physical relationship with me. So I won't be able to prove my case, but they just keeping things in suspense and hope that I'll get harmed. And at the very least, they can claim it's like they're playing a chess game. So at the very least, they can claim, like, we don't know this person is just slandering us. And they can get whoever is in charge of my case to give them money for slander. Because they said to put money in an American bank, if it's over $10,000, the bank would have to ask you where you got the money from. They have to document it. You have to fill out a form. Where did you get this money? So there's no way they'll be able to get the money from my mother's daughters if I'm harmed, if they don't find a legal basis. So it's like they're luring me, this Eric Adam, whether it's Hot 97, Ebro in the morning. It's like they're purposely doing what they're doing because they know when I get angry, I post videos online. So they want me to post many videos online so when I eventually get hurt, they can claim, no, they had nothing to do with that. They didn't know me and I was slandering them. Even if I don't get hurt, they can still sue me for slander. I built this voice up, but I'm not going to let nobody scare me. The victims have voice. And please, in case I'm harmed, I want the international community civil rights access to show up in court. Play my video in court. Don't let nobody get money from my assets. Play my video in court. Investigate. In case I'm arrested with this NYPD, abuse corpses. Whatever psychiatric facility they take me to release me. Because this is extortion, this is alien intimidation, this is sex trafficking. So, and they're having black Americans punch me. My mother has been killed. My friend has been killed here in New York City. I can't get no justice. I want international community to march and say black Americans are not allowed to abuse immigrants. So I really have nothing. They killed my mother. My father is dead also. I'm just, my green card has been stolen. I'm just here on the street. I have nothing to offer anybody. But please fight for me, world. So this Eric Adam and his rogue police can't abuse an immigrant because they believe immigrants can be deported easily. And once you're out of America, you're gone for good. They won't let you back into America. And they'll get away with it. Because if the witness is no longer in America, the prosecutor wouldn't even bring a criminal case. So I believe this is what is making them happy. That my mother is dead, my father is dead. I'm just an immigrant on the street. This Eric Adams and his black American crew, they believe they can start abusing immigrants like me. Because I'm an African, also an African sold black American in the slave trade. But that's not right. Two wrongs don't make a right. I shouldn't be abused by black Americans because I'm an African. So it's like a genocide by black Americans on a foreigner like me. They don't let me use the bathroom. In this fact, also the black Americans, when I go to use the bathroom, they'll call the police on me. They will lie on me. So I'm suffering, world, but my spirit is still high. No lie, no sex trafficker, no immigrant hater can break my spirit down in Jesus' name. So please, I want you to play my video and be prepared for whatever happens, to go to court anywhere in the world to let them know. You can take the fight anywhere in the world, to anywhere in the world also. And the Nigerian embassy, I'm Nigerian, the Nigerian embassy wouldn't help me either. So I don't know what the Nigerian government hopes to gain from, but Nigeria is the most corrupt country in the world. The government takes bribes. So I don't know if they plan to help me and share the money with the Nigerian government, because I may be worth billions of dollars. Because the immigration arrested me when my mother had a green card and I had a green card. They arrested me wrongfully. And I when I was a teenager, so I couldn't finish college early. I was getting 4.0 GPA, but I didn't have papers. My mother had a green card. She was working as a home method. So she was paying for my college education. I was going to the expensive school. I was getting like 4.0 GPA. But the school would throw me out because my mother couldn't pay. It was $5,000 each semester. And my mother was only getting $4,000 an hour. So I couldn't finish college. I finished high school at 15. And every country I lived in outside of America, all my teachers used to say, I'm going to be great. That I'm so brilliant. But look at me in America. My mother killed, my friend killed, homeless on the street. And some black Americans. This Eric Adams, this is under investigation for fraud. And I'm worth billions of dollars by the abuse I've experienced in America for 24 years. I lost what I'm going to college. My mother was killed. The immigration arrested me wrongfully. Wasted 8 years. I was in immigration court for 8 years. Then the NYPD, as soon as my court case ended in immigration court, 2 years later, the NYPD kicked my mother out of her home. So I've been on the streets. From immigration court to being on the street for 14 years. And some black Americans are attacking me as a homeless foreigner. So I've lived on the street for 14 years. During COVID, I was on the street. My mother was killed 10 years ago. But I was on the street while she was alive. So some black Americans believe I'm worth billions of dollars because when you torture a foreigner for 24 years, that's worth billions in American money. Because they took the best of my childhood. I was a teenager when they started torturing me in America. Now I'm 40-something year old. They started torturing me when I was in my teenage years. So that's what my prime years is gone. I'm not like an old person. So that's worth a lot of money. Especially I was a brilliant kid that finished high school at 15. So they know they're in real legal trouble. So some of the black Americans, like this Mayor Adam, is trying to mess up the case. Because I think it doesn't want me to get money as an African. As a punishment for Africans selling black Americans. So it wouldn't happen with shelter. They said even his son, they have nice shelters for people like me. Even the legal aid sued in the 1990s that whenever the police remove you from a basement apartment, they have to put you in a nice shelter. And the city of New York agreed. They said this Eric Adams, his son checked into a nice hotel shelter and they paid $30,000. They have 5-star hotel room shelters. They're supposed to put me in. Because the legal aid sued in the 1990s. Me and my mother used to live in a basement apartment and the police came and threw us out of the basement apartment and said, basement apartment is not legal. And the legal aid said whenever that happens, they have to move you into a hotel shelter, 5-star hotel. The city of New York agreed. But instead of putting me in a hotel shelter, it's Eric Adams' son that wants into such a shelter to live in. And they said it made a legal bill of $30,000, the taxpayers are paying it. Instead of helping. So this Eric Adams needs to be arrested. I'm supposed to be in a 5-star hotel room. That's the law, the legal aid sued in 1990. That anytime the police remove you from a basement apartment because it's illegal, they should put you in a 5-star hotel and the city of New York should pay a shelter bill. They have such shelters, that 5-star hotel, but Eric Adams is putting mainly black Americans in those shelters. Even though I qualify to be in that shelter, they don't put me in those shelters. So this is what's going on. I don't know who put that plastic bottle there. That's not mine. You know, I always use water gallons like this one. So this is what is going on. You know, and the lawyers here now wouldn't help me even for my immigration case. I had to go do my immigration case for myself. A lot of immigrants don't get lawyers, especially for immigration cases, unless you're able to pay through your nose. Some of the immigration lawyers said they wanted $30,000 from me. I had a green card. My mother had a green card. I said, to help me. I was a young child. Some of the immigration lawyers said they wanted $30,000 from me in 2000. That was a whole lot of money. I'm like, where am I going to get $30,000 from a teenager? My mother had a green card. I had a green card. And the immigration arrested me wrongfully. And you're going to charge me $30,000? So some of these lawyers extort you as an immigrant. So, because the lawyers wouldn't help me, I've suffered 24 years of torture in America. Now my mother is dead, and I'm on the street, and some black Americans are trying to block me from getting money. Because when you're tortured, they have to pay in American money. Pain and suffering will be issued in American money, and that could be worth billions of dollars. They don't even let me use the bathroom. The police, anytime I go to the bathroom, they walk me out of the bathroom. So, since I've been homeless, I always call 911. And they said, that could easily kill you. People die from not being able. I get constipated all the time. They said Elvis Presley, he died in the toilet of constipation. So many people die of constipation. Because they don't let me use the bathroom, I take anti-diarrhea pills to hold it in. So I could die of constipation any moment from now. They abuse me as a foreigner. I'm taking anti-diarrhea pills. I could have constipation. They don't let me use the bathroom with the Americans. The police would attack me. Tell me, get out, get out. I could die of constipation. I've been taking anti-diarrhea pills. I beg people for money and I go buy anti-diarrhea pills. I'm not allowed to use the bathroom. As an African, they treat me like an animal. My mother was killed. She became a U.S. citizen and killed her. They killed her in Bellevue Hospital. So I'm going to show you the anti-diarrhea pills I take. They don't let me use the bathroom. I have diarrhea also. They don't let me use the bathroom. They trust me with everything. And they tell me I'm going to make you kill yourself. Or we'll kill you. You choose. Your choice. If you don't kill yourself, we'll kill you. So this African is instituted policies, abusive policies towards immigrants, Africans, leaving us on the street, saying foreigners are not entitled to shelter, unlimited shelter stay. After 30 days, it can put you out of the shelter. So they introduce abusive policy to encourage people to follow suit and be abusing foreigners like me. There are some black American gangs on their radio stations that joined it. And I think they're just into street cred. They're trying to get some street cred. So this is the anti-diarrhea pill I'm taking. All the money I have, I'm using to take anti-diarrhea pills. Don't let me use the bathroom. I could have constipation. So you are gonna stop it? You may be the worst criminal or whatever they're investigating you for. You're not a smooth operator. and you're tortured an African like me, you'll be discovered. You're abusing your power. Your son went and raked up $30,000 hotel bill. That hotel was for, I think it's for homeless prisoners. They made it so good for the homeless prisoners. They put them in five-star hotel. Black Americans coming out of prison, this are kind of, put them in five-star hotel. Even though the legislation is supposed to put in people vacated in five-star hotel. They sued it since 1990s. The city of New York. And the city of New York agreed. It won't put me in a five-star hotel. And they're abusing me because I'm an African. So all I do is take anti-diarrhea pills. Because they always create trouble for me everywhere. Try to make me look like I'm a violent person. I call the police on me. So to avoid trouble, I just take anti-diarrhea pills. So the world is trying to investigate this. And anytime they have the Independence Day, today's July 5th, yesterday was Independence Day, they further abused me, punched me, they punched me on July 3rd. And the all-time radio station was saying the America is their land, they were playing music. The Ebro in the morning, they were playing white music. It does a Wednesday white music. And it was they were alluded. They were saying there's going to be a Mexican hello. And so Mexican came around me and they were sounding like my mother. My mother used to say hello to everyone. She's a Nigerian. And the Mexicans came around me, so I was sitting in front of Black of America. And then the Black American came and sat next to me on 14th Street. And she was playing the song, so fresh and so clean, on a motorcycle. Normally black females don't ride motorcycles. And she came and sat next to me. It was 2020. Then I fell asleep, and I woke up at 10 p.m. July 3rd. Black Americans punching me in my face. And when I called the police was laughing. They were like, ha 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 ha, And they called I said, we don't believe you. I said the police camera was recording them chasing me, punching me, and they told the paramedic to enter my name into the system to see if I have mental health disease. So I told the Sarikata States Police that we're going to F up this African, mess up every investigation. So this is torture and abuse. So please, international commission is looking into this. Thank you.